Hello friends, welcome to the new session of statistic. Today we are going to learn another topic of statistic which is in chapter 5. You might have gone through the textbook. Your chapter 5 name is Skewness of frequency distribution. Today we are going to learn the formulas of skewness of frequency distribution. What do you mean by skewness and what does it contain? So we will learn the theory as well as the formula of chapter number 5. What do you mean by symmetry? Meaning, the frequency distribution in which observation of the population are evenly distributed on both the side of mode. That means when the observations are equally distributed. Here you can see the word evenly distributed is written. See, evenly distributed on both the side of mean. That means from both the side of mode, mean, median, mode, all, the population are equally distributed, then it is called symmetric distribution. Now we will see how is the symmetric distribution curve. You will get the idea what I have explained in a theoretical way. You can see in the graphical presentation. See, here mean, median, mode are here the middle line. You can see the middle line. This is the middle line, which is mean, median or mode. And the observations, you can see the observations are evenly distributed. That means the area or the size from this to this, you can see the arrow is the right, from the size from the middle line to left hand side is equal to the from the middle line to right hand side. Okay, you can see here from the middle line to right hand side the size is equal. Okay, so that is known as symmetric distribution curve. This type of curve is known as symmetric distribution curve, because mean, that is mode, that is middle line I am talking about. Middle line is equal distance from both these sides. Okay, next. So there are two types of skewness: positive skewness and negative skewness. Okay, before that we have learned what is symmetric. This is symmetric, and the lack of symmetric is known as skewness. That means if this side and this side is not equal. See, this is this, both are equal, right? If these both sides are not equal, then it is known as symmetric distribution. Then it is known as skewed frequency distribution. Here it is known as symmetric. This is symmetric distribution. But if it does not exist, then it is known as skewed distribution, which is known as SK. Okay, so there are basically two types of skewness: positive skewness and negative skewness. Positive skewness curve. Now we will see the curve of the positive skewness. See, here in the curve of the positive skewness, see, you can see mean, median, mode here. See, and the curve is more elongated on the right hand side. See, you can see the curve is more elongated on right hand side. See, I hope you are able to understand what they are going to say. When the curve is more elongated on right hand side, then it is known as positive skewed curve. Here the curve is more elongated on right hand side, so it is known as positive skewed curve. So what is negative skewed curve? And yes, one more thing, here mean median mode are not equal. That means it is lack of symmetry, which is skewness. Okay, in symmetry, mean median mode are equal, but here see, mean median mode are different. That means this is skewed curve, and when the curve is more elongated on right hand side, it is known as positive skewed curve. Now negative skewed curve, negative skewness curve. Here you are able to see the curve is more elongated on left hand side. So when the curve is more elongated on left hand side, then it is known as negative skewed curve. You can see here, this is left side, the curve is more elongated on left side. That is why it is known as negative skewed curve. Okay. Who are the contributors of skewness? Who have contributed in this topic? Number 1 is Carl Pearson, and number 2 is Sir Arthur Lyon Bowley. We just call it as Bowley's method. Okay, so basically you have to learn two methods. First one is Carl Pearson method, and the second is Bowley's method. Okay. Now formula for calculation. Skewness in a Carl Pearson formula. What is the formula to find skewness in a Carl Pearson formula? See here, what is the formula of Carl Pearson when mode is defined? That means mode is given in the sum. So Sk is equals to mean minus mode, that is x bar minus mo. And when mode is undefined, mode is not given, then skewness Sk equals to 3 into mean minus median. That means 3 into x bar minus m. Now next step is to find coefficient of skewness, that is j. So when mode is defined, j equals to mean minus mode upon standard deviation, so x bar minus mo upon s. When mode is undefined, j equals to 3 into mean minus median upon standard deviation. This is the formula to find j. J equals to mean minus mode upon standard deviation, and the second is j equals to 3 into mean minus median upon standard deviation. Here you can see this formula and this formula is almost equal. You just have to divide it by the standard deviation and you will find the coefficient of skewness. When this formula and this formula is almost equal, you just have to divide it by the standard deviation and you will find the coefficient of skewness, right? So when mode is defined and when mode is undefined, these formulas you have to learn for the sums. This chapter is based on formula, and if formula is learned, then fully your chapter will be understood. But if formula is not learned, then you will not be able to understand the chapter. The whole chapter is based on this formula. Now Bowley's formula. Your second method is Bowley's method, so you have to learn the formula of Bowley's method. What is the formula of SK? SK equals to Q3 plus Q1 minus 2M. Here it is very easy. You have to learn only this formula to find skewness. Q3 plus Q1 minus 2M. Your second formula in the sense coefficient of skewness, J equals to Q3 plus Q1 minus 2M upon Q3 minus Q1. You have to divide it by Q3 minus Q1. So this is Bowley's formula. So students, I hope you might have understood the formula of chapter number 5. After that, in the next video, we will see the sums based on this formula. You have to learn this formula. If you are not able to learn, write it twice or thrice and then learn. Then and then only you will able to solve the sum. Okay, thank you everyone.